guys, this is Alexo ASMR, and today I would like to make a little bit different type of videos instead of a ramble, which I usually make. And this is actually the second time I'm filming this video, because the first time I turned the gain level on my microphone too high up, so it kind of sounded unnatural and it just didn't sound great, so I need to refilm it. So let's do that again. And today, instead of making a rambled video, I will be reading the 25 craziest laws in the world. And I googled it on my phone, and I already have it up. I just have to turn it on. And actually it's really cracked. It's worse than last time. So yeah, let's get started right away, because I already wasted 20 minutes filming a video that I didn't like. Alright, let's start now. We are going to start with 25. It is illegal to wear a bulletproof vest while committing murder in New Jersey. I guess the only purpose for this law is to make the offense more serious. Like, instead of breaking one law, you break two laws because you're killing someone when you're wearing a bulletproof vest. So that's the only purpose for this law, in my opinion. Alright, let's move on to the 24th. In Finland, traffic fines are calculated as a percentage of the offender's income. That kind of makes sense to me, because people will treat the traffic laws more serious, because instead of making a rich person pay $100 for a speeding fine, he will be paying a percentage of his income, which is like 1,000 or 2,000, which is pretty ridiculous. So I guess people would treat the law more serious in that case. And the most expensive speeding fine in history was $103,600. That's enough to buy 2 cars, and that's a lot of money. Well, okay. Number 23, the Canadian Currency Act. In Canada, the Currency Act of 1985 prohibits consumers from using unreasonable amounts of coins to pay for purchases. This means you can't pay for an item in all coins, especially if it's over $10. Okay, this law kind of makes sense to me, because you never know what kind of people lives on this world. Like, some really terrible people decided to pay $1,000 in coins. That's crazy, and that's against the law in Canada. So if you ever want to piss someone off, you should think of another way instead of giving them all coins, because that is illegal. Number 22. Yellow margarine is illegal in Missouri. I don't know what that is. I should have googled it before I start the video, but I forgot. So why not? Let's Google it now, because I have no idea what is a margarine. Let's see, what is a margarine? I feel like I'm asking a really stupid question, like I should know it. Oh, a butter substitute made from vegetable oil, animal fat. I knew it was butter because this picture looks like butter, and I didn't know for sure what it was. So, okay. Anyway, in misery, they banned yellow margarine. You can spend up to half a year in jail if you broke the law. Alright, let's move on to the next one. 21. Whatever you do, don't litter in Singapore. There's a litter law dating from 1968. This is a way for the country to keep their street clean. You can pay up to $1,000 fines or be forced to do community labor. And if you do it 3 times, you have to wear an "I am a litter bug" sign. Yeah, this is a pretty good way to prevent people from littering. I mean, where I live, the amount of trash on the street is ridiculous. I know that Singapore is a very, very clean place, and I didn't know in the beginning, like a long time ago. My parents actually told me about this law, and I thought it was pretty crazy. But now that I'm older, I think this law is pretty useful to keep the environment clean, because just look outside, trash everywhere. Okay, number 20. No sagging pants in Michigan. Okay, personally, I don't agree with people sagging their pants because it just disgusts me and it's not stylish or fashionable in any way, in my opinion. But to make a law against that is pretty ridiculous, considering that Michigan is part of the United States and they like to say that, well, the United States like to say freedom of speech, freedom of everything, the free country. So no sagging pants in Michigan is like taking the rights away from the people, even though I do not agree with people sagging their pants. But making a law on it is pretty over the top, so I do not like it or agree with it. But it's only Michigan, so whatever. I don't, probably never gonna go there in anyway. So number 19. It is illegal to die in the Houses of Parliament. And according to this guy, well, not according to this guy, anyone who dies there is technically entitled to a state funeral because the Parliament is a royal palace. So if they see you looking a bit sickly, they will carry you out quickly. So they don't have to host a state funeral for you. So, yeah. Okay, whatever. Weird law. Number 80. No public displays of sickness in Washington. I don't know if that's Washington, D.C. or just Washington State. Yeah. So, you can't show any sickness in public. Yeah, whatever. Weird. This is weird. 17. Royal Prerogative 1324. The head of any dead whale found on the British coast automatically becomes the property of the king, and the tail of the queen. Yeah, dead whale. Just dead, not alive, I guess. Okay. Number 16. It is illegal to rustle bears in Alabama. So, according to this website, bear rustling used to be very popular around there, so now they're banning it. So, anyone knowingly promotes, engages in, or is employed at a bear match will be sued for unlawful bear exploitation. Okay, yeah, so basically don't wrestle a bear in Alabama, otherwise you're gonna get sued. Number 15. Sorry, the cards. No chewing gum in Singapore. So Singapore prohibited the sale of gum after authorities noticed a prolific amount of chewed gum being stuck in the subway station and on cars. As weird as it may sound, Singapore allows you to actually chew gum. Just make sure you stick it in the trash can, otherwise great fines apply. Yeah, that's great because I hate. Imagine yourself sitting on the table, and then when you put your hand under the table, you feel sticky, fresh gum. That feeling will never leave you. You're just like disgusted because people chew gum in my school and they just stick it under the table or throw it on the floor, which is terrible because you're just ruining the environment and the school property for the people afterward. My teacher, I think a long time ago, used to make the students stay after the scrape gun off the table because of how bad it was. So if you get stuck in detention, you can have to scrape the gum off the table. Number 14. While in Denmark, leave your lights on. So this law is basically saying that no matter what day it is, no matter what day or time or night, you have to keep your headlights on, otherwise you may face up to $100 fines. And apparently, studies shown that this helps a lot to avoid road accidents in Denmark. As long as it keeps the rate of accident low, anything should be done. And turning on your headlights not hurting anybody, so why not? Number 13. You are not allowed to bring your pet in the beauty salon in Alaska. Considering how specific this law is, I believe that this law has been a problem back in the past in a beauty salon because they're being so specific with the location. So I guess they just don't want to see what had happened before to happen again in the future. Weird. Just beauty salon you can bring into a supermarket because it's not against the law. Number 12. In Britain, it is illegal to consume mince pie on Christmas. Once again, I do not know what mince is, so this must be like a superstitious thing back in the old days, where they never took this law out of their law book. Whatever. Number 11. Fake cocaine is illegal in Arizona. You would think that they would ban they would think the real cocaine is legal, but no. Fake cocaine is legal. Probably real one's not gonna get you in trouble, but the fake one is, because it is against the law in Arizona to have fake cocaine. Yeah. Why though? It's so stupid. So I guess if you bring in real cocaine, you're not gonna get in trouble because they're not against the law. Just saying, I don't know the law, so don't quote me on anything. Number 10. In France, it is illegal for women to wear pants. This is one of the law I didn't really get. Like, why? Why can't women wear pants? Is it like too masculine in their culture? Like, they should really get rid of this because it's kind of sexist. Like, it's just not fair to the women because they should be able to wear whatever they want. Alright, number 9. Nose picking was illegal on the Sabbath. I don't know what the Sabbath is, so I'm not gonna go in depth with this law. So let's move on. Number 8. It is illegal to dye chickens in Ohio. No person, firm, or corporation shall dye or otherwise color any rabbit or baby poultry, including but not limited to chicks and ducklings. No person, firm, or corporation shall sell, offer for sale, expose for sale, raffle, or give away any rabbit or baby poultry which has been dyed or otherwise colored. Okay, why would you dye chicken in the first place? That's the question. Number 7. In Zimbabwe, it is legal to swear at the president. And apparently, the president of Zimbabwe, Robert Gabi was tired of hearing offensive words or seeing offensive gesture directed at him, so he banned it. So if you swear or made a gesture that is offensive to the president, you will be sued or fined or whatever. And some people actually got arrested for waving because it is considered by some people as an offensive gesture. Alright, number 6, no kissing in Dubai. And the story for this one is that 2 young Brits discovered, in 2010, public displays of affection between a man and a woman will end in front of a judge. Charlotte Adams, 25, and Ayman Najavi, 24, were on holiday there when they were spotted kissing. The pair were given a 1-month jail sentence after being convicted of indecency and illegal drinking. So, friendly tips: don't kiss in Dubai or you're gonna get arrested just like these 2 young couple. Number 5, imprisonment for dangerousness in Cuba. Okay. So like you can't import dangerous things because you will be in prison. I don't know what this law means, and the reading doesn't really help. Oh well. Number 4. In Saudi Arabia, females are not allowed to drive. Saudi Arabia is the only country that bans women from driving. The prohibition forces families to hire live-in drivers, and those who cannot afford the $300 to $400 a month for a driver must rely on a male relatives to drive them to work, school, shopping, or doctor. That's very sexist, and I feel really bad for these women in Saudi Arabia because they can't drive. They need to rely on a male, otherwise they are walking, or if you're rich enough, you can hire one to drive you places, like a personal driver. Number 3, Indians get jail time for cheating. Convicted exam cheats in the southern Indian state of Andhra Pradesh spent up to 10 years in jail according to a law passed in 1997 to prevent unfair practices in academic examinations. Number 2, the Chinese One-Child Act. I know about this law, and basically what it means is that every household are allowed to only have 1 child because of how populated China is, even till today. So this is, the government believe it has helped to alleviate social, economic, and environmental problems in China. If you have ever been to China, it is so overpopulated. You can cramp 15 people in one little apartment, and basically I actually know about it too. Like a little apartment will be split by like these board, and then one room would be like this big, and then you can fit a bed in it and like a little closet, and that's like a room they rent out to people. And then they have like a door, or basically just like a cloth. I mean, there's basically no privacy, and then people next to you is gonna be living in the same environment, but with just a board. So it's like a house within a house, and split by 15 other people. It's terrible. I've seen it, and it's horrible, and it smells really bad too most of the time. Well, most of these places smells really bad. Number 1, Tibetan monks need permission to reincarnate. Yeah, that's ridiculous. I mean, they should have the right to do whatever they want because it's for religious purposes, and these monks should not be restricted to reincarnate unless they have permission to do so. It's like very unfair to their religion and their religious beliefs. Alright, that is all for the list. Some of these are kinda make sense, some of them are just ridiculous, like no wearing pants for a female in France. That's just crazy and sexist. They should get rid of those laws soon because of how open-minded people are these days and how much the world developed. Anyway, I hope you guys found it relaxing. You can leave a comment in the comment section below and tell me what you guys thought about this kind of video. This is the first video, fact video, or laws video, or a list video. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hope you find it relaxing. I will